Man, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. Like, and it's not just this that the flooding is happening. It's the scale of it, the degree of it. So much water. Like just looking at this image right here, it looks like two cars have driven into a river. Like if you remove this building here, you would think that maybe these guys have turned left when they shouldn't have turned left, gone over a ditch, and they're like in a river. This does not look anything like a road. Like if not for the buildings on the side here, I would never have guessed that this was a road. This used to be a normal street. Wow.
Yeah.
This is just crazy. I mean, you might as well make the most of it, eh?
Hay nadie. No.
Wow. Uh-oh, this one's really stuck.
Late on July 14th into the early hours of July 15th, 2025, a sudden intense storm swept across New Jersey and New York City, unleashing record-breaking rainfall that turned streets into rivers and brought daily life to a standstill. In Union County, flash floods overtook vehicles and tragically claimed 2 lives.
Oh no!
While across the Hudson, New York City saw its heaviest hourly rainfall in over a century,
Jeez.
flooding subway stations and halting major transit lines.
Because, yeah, how can the subway... Oh, my God.
I can't stay here.
By dawn, hundreds of flights were canceled. More than 20 subway stations lay underwater, and emergency crews on both sides of the river raced to reach residents trapped by rising waters.
Oh
The speed and
God.
scale of the flooding exposed the vulnerabilities of even the most developed urban centers to extreme weather.
Oh, my God. Like, when they built these cities, didn't they build them with drainage? Like, where are all the drains? Like, here in the UK, there would be every sort of 15 yards, 10 to 15 yards, there'd be a massive gutter right there that leads down into the sewage. Where are they?
In New Jersey, the storm's destructive power was felt most acutely in overwhelmed local infrastructure and transportation networks. In Union County, more than 6 inches of rain fell in just over an hour, overwhelming drainage systems and sweeping vehicles from roads. One car in Plainfield was overtaken by the fast-rising floodwaters, leading to the tragic loss of 2 lives. Major highways, including sections of Interstate 78 and U.S. Route 22, became impassable due to standing water and debris. Residential areas in Union, Essex, and Middlesex counties experienced rapid inundation, forcing evacuations and damaging hundreds of homes. Power outages affected approximately 15,000 customers as downed trees and flooded substations disrupted electricity service. The combination of swift flooding and
Wow, did you see that guy still trying to do his Amazon delivery in this weather?
infrastructure
Unreal.
strain led to significant delays in emergency
Yeah, this guy here. What was that? UPS.
response times.
It's Amazon.
The
I think.
fatalities in Plainfield underscored the dangers posed by flash floods to motorists caught in rapidly changing conditions. Meanwhile, cleanup and repair efforts faced ongoing challenges due to continued rainfall and saturated ground conditions.
Mate, there's been a lot of rain for this time of year. A ton of it. Like, more than normal, I think. More than normal. This is peak summer. Yeah, you're going to have rainy days here and there, but rain of this amount in mid-July?
Prolonged recovery timelines and complicated rescue operations. At the same time, across the Hudson River, New York City confronted parallel challenges that tested the resilience of its transit and emergency systems.
Wowza.
Central Park recorded 2.64 inches of rain in a single hour, the highest hourly total documented since 1908. Floodwater surged into underground subway stations with the numbered 1, 2, and 3 trains, along with the E, F, and R lines, all suffering major service interruptions. More than 20 stations experienced flooding severe enough to force complete suspension of operations, marking one of the most extensive transit disruptions in recent memory. Beyond the subway, city streets, especially in Manhattan and parts of Queens and Brooklyn, were transformed into streams that stranded motorists and blocked access for emergency vehicles. Airports across the region reported hundreds of flight cancellations and delays.
Man, it's just the disruption caused by this. Like, you're trying to get to work, you can't get to work. You're trying to go get food for your family, you can't get groceries. Just a lot of inconvenience.
Disrupting travel throughout the Northeast Corridor. Yet despite the scale of disruption, coordinated emergency communications and the rapid deployment of transit crews helped prevent fatalities and limited harm to commuters.
Unreal.
Where their cars are. And look at the divider.
My God.
The bus is done.
Okay.
It's going to be
I'm
out
hoping that
of
this
business for
In the aftermath of the storm, meteorological analysis provided critical insight into why this brief episode proved so devastating. According to the National Weather Service, the storm formed when a stationary cold front collided with a warm, moisture-rich air mass over the mid-Atlantic.
It seems that that's exactly the same thing that's happened to Texas as well. Like these storm situations, these hot air meeting cold air. Is that anything to do with climate change, or is that just pure coincidence? Is it pure coincidence that these things are happening over multiple states?
Creating conditions
And North Carolina as well.
ripe for cloudbursts that dumped a month's worth of precipitation in just 60 minutes.
Wow.
Hydrology experts pointed to unusually high levels of atmospheric moisture as a key factor, emphasizing how these intense rainfalls overwhelmed urban drainage infrastructure designed for more gradual storms. The prevalence of impervious surfaces such as concrete and asphalt in dense urban areas accelerated runoff, leading to rapid accumulation of water on streets and inside tunnels. While flash floods of this type have occurred sporadically in the past, scientists warn that their increasing frequency presents significant challenges to existing urban planning and emergency response strategies.
Because, yeah, what do you do with all this water now? Like, what do you do with it? Like...
Looking forward, authorities and forecasters highlighted that the threat had not yet fully passed. Continued unsettled weather, with additional showers and thunderstorms expected in the coming days, raised the risk of further flooding given already saturated soils and elevated river levels. Emergency management agencies urged residents to remain vigilant, avoid flood-prone areas, and monitor official advisories closely. At the same time, infrastructure assessments began to identify vulnerabilities exposed by the storm.
I think the number one thing is the drainage. They need to upgrade the drainage, but to do that would be really, really hard because you need to like create underground pipes like everywhere. So you need to, dig underground, lay the pipes and lay enough pipe that it leads out to some body of water that, when this kind of flooding happens, that water can then go through the drainage into the pipes. But then how do you do that for a city without closing loads of roads, at the same time? It would be really hard and expensive to do that.
While planned improvements to stormwater drainage and flood mitigation systems were set to be reevaluated in light of recent events. Experts stress the importance of integrating these findings into comprehensive urban resilience strategies to better protect residents and critical infrastructure against future extreme weather. Amid these efforts, the coordinated response of emergency services and local agencies played an essential role in limiting loss and aiding recovery. Firefighters, police, transit workers, and utility crews operated under hazardous conditions to rescue stranded residents, restore power, and clear debris from roads and transit lines.
Come on, get out! So this was that's the one that I rescued. Everything is flooded right now. So we're gonna rescue someone.
Dude, I thought he fell in the water.
The whole factor flooded the river.
Hello?
Temporary shelters opened quickly to house displaced families, and relief organizations mobilized to distribute essential aid and supplies. Public officials emphasized how timely communication and community preparedness reduced harm, demonstrating the region's capacity to respond effectively even under extraordinary pressure. The flash floods of July 14th to 15th, 2025 exposed fundamental weaknesses in the infrastructure and emergency systems.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. July has been, for flooding in America, it's been a nightmare. It's been so much of it.
Of two major metropolitan areas. Beyond the immediate toll of lives lost and property damaged, the event underscored the urgent need for pragmatic, targeted improvements to urban resilience. The disruptions to transit and essential services demonstrated how quickly cascading failures can emerge when systems are pushed beyond their limits. As New Jersey and New York City undertake recovery and planning, the focus must remain on practical solutions that strengthen critical infrastructure and enhance operational readiness. Only through such deliberate efforts can future disruptions be minimized and public safety ensured in the face of increasingly volatile weather patterns.
Yeah, look, I think the infrastructure needs to be upgraded for sure. Like your city, if you're American or Canadian, do you think your city spends enough on infrastructure? Because I think a lot of this could have been avoided. If the drainage was better, you wouldn't see these massive volumes of water building up in one spot, because it'd be drained away, wouldn't it? So I do think they've neglected a lot of systems, like infrastructure systems. But then again, it does seem like this amount of rain is a bit abnormal for this time of year. Do you agree? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.